All right, folks. Mr. H is here with you all today. We are very happy to be joining you at home on this quarantine. Today, we're going to bring you guys a little bit of taste from Room 37. I have some friends along with me here today to kind of help me out, guide me through this little experiment of ours. We're going to start off with my dear friend, Mr. Webster. Mr. Webster, are you there?
I'm here.
You're here. Hello, Mr. Webster.
Hello,
Mr.
folks.
Buelow, are you here today?
Hello, I'm here. Hello, everyone.
And Mrs. T, are you here today?
I'm here. Hi, everybody.
There we go. There we go. So, friends, we're going to be running through a couple of our traditional activities. I'm going to show you what we have in store today. So, first up, we're going to be doing a little bit of calendar time. We're going to be following that up with a little question of the day. Then we're going to be doing a little bit of a new activity called show and tell. We're going to be doing a car race and then a quick goodbye. So, friends, just a quick reminder that throughout this experience, you are not here with us. However, Mr. H would like you guys to do your best in terms of participating as much as possible. So if Mr. H is asking a question to his other friends in the video here today, feel free. In fact, I encourage you to answer the question as well at home. Okay, so if there's a question of the day, for example, think about it to yourself and see if you can take a minute to answer the question of the day as well. All right, so let's kick this off with a little bit of calendar time. So it is indeed April 2020, folks. Now, let's go today. Sorry. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Saturday, Sunday. Whoops.
Mr. Webster's a little bit ahead of us. Mr. Webster, what day is it today?
It is Thursday.
It is indeed Thursday.
April the 9th. Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to say that yet.
Now, friends at home, just a quick reminder, you may not be watching this video right on Thursday, April 9th, 2020, but that's okay. Okay, Thursday, April 9th, 2020 is when Mr. H, Mr. Webster, Mr. Buelow, and Mrs. T got together to make this video. Okay, so maybe you're watching it on Friday, April 10th or Sunday, April 12th, and that's okay. Okay, our hope is that we are just going to go through our calendar, give you a little bit of sense of where we're at, and just keep working through there. Our hope is that as we move forward, Mr. H can make more and more of these videos to help you out at home, give you a little bit of sense of school, a little bit sense of normalcy, if you will. Okay, so today for us, it is indeed April 9th, 2020. Mr. Buelow, if today is April 9th, 2020, what was yesterday?
I think yesterday would have had to be Wednesday, April 8th.
Yeah, I think you got it right. That's right there. And Mrs. T, if today is Thursday, April 9th, 2020, what will tomorrow be?
Friday, April the 10th.
Friday, April 10th. That is right, Mrs. T. Friday, April the 10th. We're going to move right along here, folks. Today is indeed Thursday, April 9th. Now, special events. Special events, as we move forward here with this calendar, friends, is going to be a little bit different because we don't have a lot of shared special events. But as I do have guests coming in to the group, they can share with us a little bit of special events that might be coming up for them. So, for example, in my house, there's a special event coming up on April 27th. That's my wife, Melissa's birthday. So that's going to be a birthday celebration for us. Actually, I should put a cake down there. It's going to be a birthday celebration for us on the 27th, a very small one. Is there any special dates coming up for you, Mrs. T?
On Sunday, April the 12th, me and my husband and 3 kids will have Easter dinner together.
Ooh, that is a very, very special day. Yes, a lot of people will be having Easter dinner either on the Sunday or the Monday. Some people do, some people don't, and that's fine too. But a lot of people will be having a nice special dinner on the 12th. Mr. Buelow, is there anything special this month coming up for you?
We will also be doing the Easter dinner on the 12th, but it is Mr. Bulow's birthday on April 24th, which is a Friday.
Wow.
Mr. Buell's birthday. How about that? That's great news. And how about you, Mr. Webster? Any special days coming up this month for you?
The 12th, of course, I'll be having my boys for Easter dinner. But
Mhm.
the a special day had just passed. On Tuesday, April 7th, my youngest boy, Logan, turned 7.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Look at that. So some special days this month, folks. So we're going to move along here. We're going to pick a background. It was raining a little bit recently, so let's put up some rain showers. And that's our calendar for today, folks.
Yay.
All right, good. Bob. All right, so we're going to move along back to our group schedule here. Oops. Sorry about that, folks. Here we go. So calendar is complete. And we're going to move on to question of the day. Now, question of the day today. Participants include Mr. H. And we also had talked about the fact that Mr. Webster was here. And we have Mrs. T here today. And Mr. Bulow. All right, so folks, the question of today is, oops. Oh, it is not which superhero is your favorite. That must have been our last question that we had. The question of the day today is, and that is a good question, is because we are all at home a lot recently, is what is your favorite thing to do at home? So what's your favorite thing to do at home? What have you been doing a lot of recently? Okay. So for those friends at home today, I want you to be thinking about what is your favorite thing to be doing recently at home? For some people, maybe that's playing video games, watching TV, watching movies, spending time with mom and dad or brother or sister or other family that may live in your house. Let us know what is your favorite thing to do at home. All right, we're going to start us off with a big spin here. Let's find out who's going to answer the question first. And it's going to be Mrs. T. Mrs. T, what is your favorite thing to do at home right now?
My favorite thing to do is play board games with my family.
Ooh, that's a pretty good one. What's your favorite board game to play with your family, Mrs. T?
Ooh, we have this one called Century Spice Road. It's pretty fun.
Whoa, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. So let's spin that wheel. Let's find out who's next. It's looking like Mr. Webster. Mr. Webster, what's your favorite thing to do at home?
My favorite thing to do at home is to get a little bit of outside exercise time with my sons and toss the baseball around.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. As much as possible, folks, it is good to still get outside, even though we are stuck at home a little bit. So that is a good reminder to get outside, get some fresh air in your front or backyard for sure. Let's spin it one more time here. Ooh, it's me, Mr. H. And my favorite thing to do at home right now. Oof. I tell you, I've been trying to cook a lot, try some new recipes, some new things. I've rediscovered video games with my son, who you'll actually meet in a moment. Trying to play some more video games with him. And like Mr. Webster said, trying to get outside a little bit to get some fresh air because it is tricky being inside a lot. So we're going to move right along, and I believe the last person is indeed Mr. Bulow. Mr. Bulow, what is your favorite thing to do at home?
So my favorite thing to do at home is to take family walks with my daughter and my wife and my dog, and we just go for a walk around the block so my daughter can get some exercise. But with the snow and not as nice weather these last 2 days, I haven't been able to take her out. But that's the main thing I like to do, is to take my family for a walk.
And Mr. Bulow, how old is your young daughter now?
My young daughter is 16 months old.
60 months.
Wow.
Wow. Holy moly. All righty, folks. So that concludes that. Ooh, we're going to save that for later. So question of the day is finished. So show and tell today, folks, is a new activity that we're going to try and do. We're going to try and have a little bit of guests throughout our time throughout the rest of the year while we are social distancing at home. So today's special show and tell is brought to you by me. I'm going to share a little bit today about a story on hand washing. Okay, so we're going to start with the story on hand washing, and then I'm going to have a little bit of a video for you. So we're going to start with the story, and it is called I Wash My Hands. Hello, my name is Ryler. You're going to meet Ryler in a minute. He definitely has more hair than that. I'm going to tell you how I wash my hands. First, I turn on the water and wet my hands. Second, I put soap on my hands. Third, I rub my hands together for 30 seconds. 30 seconds seems like a long time when you're doing it, and it kind of is, but it's important that we give our hands a good opportunity to get rid of those germs. We got to rub them together for 30 seconds with that soap on. Very, very important. Fourth, I rinse my hands. We're going to put those hands back underneath the water. And fifth, I dry my hands with a paper towel, or in this case, a towel. And that's that. So to help a little bit with that, we are going to show a little bit of a video that me and my son, Ryler, down here put together. So listen carefully. All right. He wanted to let you guys know that he didn't mean to make a little bit of a scowl at the end there. He's a very happy boy. So yes, during these times, folks, hand washing is very, very important. So we're going to quickly put an X here, but while I have everybody, all of our friends here on the big screen, I wonder if we can go around the room, if you will, and give some examples of when we should be hand washing, because normally we hand wash a couple times during the day, but there's often times during this new time for us, we're going to be washing more often. So, for example, one time you might want to be hand washing is before you eat. You should wash your hands. Mr. Webster, do you have another time when you should wash your hands?
Absolutely. Should wash your hands before you use the washroom and after you use the washroom.
Ooh, that's good too. That's good. Mr. Bulow, do you have another time when you should wash your hands?
I always wash my hands when I come in to the house when I've been outside. So I come in and the first thing I do is I go and wash my hands.
That's good. That's good. So far we have before you eat, we have before and after the bathroom, when you come in from outside. Mrs. T, when else should we be washing our hands?
My kids are washing, we're all washing our hands when we're changing activities.
So
There's
what's an
good
example of
thinking.
that, Mrs. T? So before your board games, for example?
Yeah. Before we're playing our board games, we wash our hands to make we have sure they're clean. And then after when we're done, or even when the kids are, again, like Mr. Bulow said, when they're outside and they come inside, when they're changing things up.
And anytime that you have accidentally touched your face or touched another person, you should be washing your hands, right? So your hands are going to be just for touching things in your environment and eating foods with, things like that. We're trying to really avoid touching our faces with our hands as well. So those are some good examples about hand washing, okay? So folks, we're going to move right along our schedule here with a little bit of one of our favorite activities, our car races, okay? So as I said, folks, and for anybody who might be watching with a adult or a caregiver, what we like to do in our group sometimes is have a little bit of some healthy competition, some races, if you will. And so what we like to do is encourage, when we're making our guesses of who might win the race, is to use as much or as little words as we're capable of doing, right? So for some people, that might be just simply saying the color that they think will win the race, making a choice. For some people, it might be a lengthy sentence that we often like to model. And for some people, maybe it's even as simple as selecting a picture or pointing to the one they want. So be creative in terms of what you think you're capable of in terms of making this guess. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a quick few seconds here. Mrs. T, Mr. Webster, and Mr. Bueller to think about your choice, and those friends at home, I want you to give you a couple seconds here to think about your choice. And if you have your choice, feel free to share it with someone in the room or share it with somebody even later after you're done the video. Okay, so let's think about it for a couple seconds here. Okay, Mrs. T, do you have a guess on who will win this race?
I do. I think the blue car will win the race.
Ooh, that's a great sentence. I think the blue car will win the race. All right, so Mrs. T thinks the blue car will win the race. All right, Mr. Buelow, who do you think will win this race?
I think that the yellow car will be slower, but in the end, the yellow car will win the race.
Ooh, that's not only did Mr. Buelow give a full sentence, he gave some descriptors there. He said he thinks the yellow car might be a little bit slower at first and then win at the end. That sounds great. All right, Mr. Webster, who do you think will win this race?
I agree with Mr. Buelow in thinking that the yellow car will win the race.
Oh, so he said, not only did he give a full sentence, he also said, I agree with somebody else. That means they both think the yellow car will win the race. And Mr. H, that's my turn. I think that the red car will win this race. Okay, so we're going to get them started. We're going to crank up their engines. And we're going to go. Mrs. T, why don't you do a little countdown?
3, 2, 1, go!
All right.
Oh, that yellow car is ahead. You guys are wrong.
Mr. Buelow was wrong. He thought he could be slow at the beginning.
I did.
Nobody guessed the white car. So if you guessed the white car.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Ooh, I think the yellow one's too far in front.
Yeah, blue's going to take it, boys.
No.
No.
It'll be the white.
yellow's holding
Don't
on.
vote at the white.
Yeah.
Oh, the white's falling back. That means that might be a good sign. Saving for the finish line here. 10 seconds left.
No.
Between red or yellow.
No, it's gonna be blue.
Oh,
5
it's yellow.
seconds
Yellow's
left.
taking it.
No. Oh, there goes red. Oh no, it's red.
Oh, it's red.
Oh,
Mr. H.
Oh, good call, Mr. H.
Mr. H guessed the red car. So think about who you guessed would have quiet those cars. So we're gonna think about which car did you guess and did they win the race? Okay, so we're gonna move along, folks. We don't want these videos to be too long. We're gonna experiment as we go here, but that does conclude our car race, and we're just gonna go ahead and say some goodbyes now. So ladies and gentlemen, that was our first video. It was an experiment, okay? We hope that this finds you well and that we can keep doing this. And Mr. H's hope is that I will be able to put up a video or not put up a video. I shouldn't say that. That's a tricky promise. Mr. H's hope is that he will make a video every Tuesday and Thursday starting now until the end of the school year. And so the hope is that we can start doing a lot of our different activities, you know, our picture reveals, our Jeopardies, start doing some more show and tells from a variety of our teammates and our family members in room 37 and 39. And that we can start seeing all the faces in room 37, 39. So today we had Mr. Webster, Mr. Bulow, and Mrs. T today. But maybe next time we'll see Mr. D or Mrs. L, or who knows might join us, Miss Penner even, right? And if we're really lucky, we'll see if Mr. H can get some other friends from around the school as well. Maybe Mr. Indom, who knows, we'll see. Any other thoughts, friends? Any messages you'd like to send home? We'll start off with Mr. Webster.
I just hope everybody's staying safe and hopefully see you soon.
All right, how about you, Mr. Bulow?
I'd have to echo Mr. Webster and hope everyone is having a fun, safe time at home, and make sure you wash your hands.
And Mrs. T?
I miss you guys, and stay safe. Have fun.
Yes, all those things. I do miss you guys as well. Like I said, I hope this works out. I hope this brings meaning to you guys. I hope it lifts your day a little bit, and we do miss you guys very, very much. So with that, I'm going to stop our recording, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.